This AI Bob has never skied before and is just about to take on the steepest slope in the world. Well, that was to be expected. As you can see, he needs a little bit more training. That's why I made him this program to become a pro in only 5 steps. First of all, we need to give him skis, because we're gonna ski, you know? Now, Bob is brainless, so we need to give him a brain. Bada bim bada boom, may your insights loom. I gave him a brain with those parameters. I have literally no idea what any of this means, but it usually works. For the slope, I'll start with something very simple, a fully flat surface. Now go, Bob, and make history! As you can see, he sucks, because he's dumb. Not because I put him on a 70% slope, knowing that the black slopes, the hardest of all, are 40%. I did fucking 70. I'm gonna clone him instead, so he learns faster. It's taking too long. I'm gonna clone them all multiple times. Yeah, now we're talking. We're witnessing progress. They can stand for like 4 seconds instead of 1. That's progress. During the training, Bobs weren't helping each other at all. Quite the opposite, actually. He is pushing him to get him out of the way so he can go further. He tackled him, seriously! What is wrong with you guys? Over time, they learned to kinda avoid each other, to not being tackled and die. They made some real progress, but they very quickly hit a plateau a few meters before the finish line. You're gonna make it! Yes, yes, yes! You're so close! But by miracle, out of nowhere, Bob did it. Yes, Bob! I am in love with you. Here is what I've learned for now. To ski on a flat surface, you need to bend your knees, lean in, and tackle people so they don't tackle you first. Now, I want to know how to ski on a slope with texture. At this time, I didn't know that it would be the most frustrating level by far. And it was all because of something so stupid. This time I didn't make the same mistake and I let them train for a bit. Well, they still suck and they're actually worse than level 1. How can you be so dumb? I retrained them over and over again, but I never managed to make them go further than a few meters. I even recreated an entire new flat slope. Nothing seemed to work. But thanks to that, I found what the problem is. I didn't make the snow slippery. Quite the opposite, actually. I made it impossible to slide on. Fuck me! So I quickly fixed it, put the bobs back on the first slope. I hated myself at the moment, but it quickly went away when I finally saw progress. Yes, guys, you're the best! And the most beautiful was when they finally stopped sabotaging each other to go further. Just one thing bothered me. The form. What the hell is that? I didn't give them any zombie drug. At least not yet. It's definitely something we need to fix for the next levels. Oh, one did it! Great job! Third step, we're done playing games now. Bobs are gonna learn consistency by skiing a very, very long slope. So I created the highest hill possible and shaped a slope with some small bumps. I don't think they can make it with their zombie form. They will have to really ski this time. I was not expecting this level to be the easiest of all. They literally crushed it. It wasn't even fun because I couldn't laugh on how bad they were. They progressed pretty consistently and got further and further each time. Boring, I know. The form improved a little bit. Sometimes they are forming some kind of angle with the skis to slow down because they are going too fast. Except at the end where they got stuck for absolutely no reason. I checked it myself and the slope is okay. So I patiently waited. Oh! When did it? I got to learn how to carve. It's kind of a basic, a must, a foundation. But I don't want to train for long. And what is the most efficient method to learn how to slalom? Trees. Because if you don't turn, you die. So I spent quite some time making trees and placing them everywhere. That should be it. Is that too much now? Nah. Surprisingly, Bobs couldn't pass the first 2 layers of trees because they were literally everywhere. And the slope is super steep. So I calmed down a little bit and removed some of the trees to actually see progress. Very quickly, they learned to avoid the first few trees by staying in the middle of the slope. The form is somewhat better. I'm pretty sure you don't have to break your ankles and turn them 90 degrees. At least they're not on drugs anymore, and that's cool. However, the last tree, right in the middle, was waiting for them to arrive. So Bobs had to create a strategy to avoid it. Oh my god, the head dodge! Did GG, Bob! Fifth step, ski jumping, because what would a pro skier be if he couldn't jump, right? So I just took the slope of the third step and added this huge ramp. I'm gonna be honest with you, this level wasn't intended to be completed. I just wanted to see Bob's jumping and crash. Interestingly, Bob's now skis with a hand up in the air, twists his back, and slide perpendicularly to the slope. At least his feet are flat. I'm really impressed by what they can do. Backflips, twist, and that's some skills that we're seeing, guys. This is it. What we were all waiting for. The steepest slope in the world with a slope of 100%. If they can make it, they would officially be ski pros, and nobody could ever question their skills. As expected, it wasn't as easy as the other levels. Bobs needed much more training than before. They were constantly falling without making any progress because it was too steep to even stand on. However, after hours of training, something clicked in Bob's head. Yeah, you really did it!